Good morning. Today is Monday, March 29th, and I'm going on a road trip with Jim. He has to drop his timesheet off, and then we're going to some gun shop or something so he can buy some reloading bullets. So we have a busy day ahead of us, and I even got up early so I could go with him. Such a good wife. There he is. Oh, there we go again, looking like a ghost. Any words of wisdom? Any jokes? Oh, you can tell your bee joke.
Oh.
It's crappy.
Why is bees' fur always sticky?
Why?
Because they use honeycombs.
This is the type of humor you get after 50 years together. But he don't want to take credit for that because that wasn't his joke.
No.
Do you have a joke of your own?
Not offhand today.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's early. If he figures out one on the way, we will let you know. But as it is, nothing from Jim right now. Gonna stay on plan today. Went a little bit off yesterday, but you know, that happens. I'm ready to gung-ho get back on track today. So that's my plan. So I will talk to you guys in a bit because we do have some birthdays. Well, while Jim's dropping his timesheet off, I think I'd sing some happy birthday songs. Today is Kathy Heron's birthday. She was born in 1973, so that makes her, what, 48 today? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. I almost said Karen, but your name is Kathy. Well, happy birthday, Kathy. It's also Tracy over at Trials of a Long-Hair Girl. Today's Tracy's birthday. Tracy's the one that starts all of our tag videos. Let me get my throat ready. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tracy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope you both have a great birthday. This is the least interesting thing for me to do, let me tell you, because I am not a gun person at all. I was surprised to learn how many guns we actually have in the house. I mean, we have them in a gun safe in a room that's locked, and the grandkids aren't allowed down the basement anyhow because it's down the basement, and they just know they're not allowed down there. So I feel pretty safe and secure with that. But I don't know. It's just, I mean, I'm not telling anybody they can't have a gun. I know that, but I don't know. I just don't see the need for so many guns. But once again, I'm not a gun person, so I don't have a problem with people having their guns. I really don't. And then, trying to think what else I was going to do today. Nothing much. Just get back on track. I'm really feeling pretty confident that this is going to be a good week, since the weekend was not the best. But I don't know. I got to go through my pictures today because the kids are giving us a small little gathering for our 50th anniversary. And so I got to dig out my wedding pictures and things like that. So, well, he was quicker than I thought. Jim's usually kind of slow. But he's back. Back already. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys at the next stop. I have never seen anybody so not interested in making a sale as the people in this gun place. Plus, not one person in here had a mask on other than, well, I shouldn't take that back. 2 people had a mask on. Jim and I. Nobody else. Even the people that work here don't have a mask. And it's a really small little place and it's not really well ventilated. It's just like, I would have never gone in there if I wouldn't have had my shot. Tomorrow is my 2-week thing after my final shot. So, I don't know. I just don't understand people. I mean, I know that everybody has their own thoughts and stuff, and I don't need to hear anything in the comments because, I mean, everybody believes their own way, and I completely understand that, but I don't know. Oh, okay, well, here comes Jim. He had to go back and get something he forgot. We're on our way now. Well, I got home, and I've been bored the whole darn day. I didn't do much of anything, to be honest with you. Look, I feel like a big old lump. Look, you can hear my clocks go off because it's 7 o'clock. I'm just feeling cabin fever lately. I really am. I just need to get out. I just feel like I need to go on a road trip or something. I just been confined too long. I don't know how on Big Brother, how they can be in that house for 3 months with nothing. I mean, they don't have TV, they don't have radio, they don't have any of that stuff. Books, they don't have books, they don't have puzzles. Oh, I would go crazy. I would go insane. I don't know how they do it. I mean, like you talk to people, but how long can you really talk to people for so long? I definitely would have run out of stories by the 3rd month. Yeah, maybe not. Who's to know? I have a lot of stories. I know that. Anyway. Oh, we had a problem with the tub, and it was leaking. So Jim went and bought a new spout for the Jim was a sprinkler fitter. Don't ever let anybody tell you he was a plumber, because he gets so mad. Although he worked on pipes, it was for fire protection, not plumbing. And he's quick to point that out anytime there has to be an issue with something. Anyway, we have a problem with the drain pipe, the drain in this tub. We don't have a drain like the little stopper thing. So like anything, washcloths, anything can go down the drain. It's just a guest bathroom, so we don't use it that often. Our guests obviously use it when they come. It's the main bathroom for people to use the restroom facilities, but only when we have company do they actually use the tub. So we weren't really worried about that. But the the spout was leaking, and he couldn't figure out how to fix it. So 2 weeks ago, I called a plumber to come to the house. And the plumber came, and he had told us that we had to take the main part of the thing, where you turn the water on and off. We don't have 2 separate faucets. We have one faucet that turns it on. So he said you had to pop that off because it needed new washers, and that it was going to need a new spout, and it was going to need a new drain. And he had to order the parts, and he would be back. So I said, okay. So then he left. He was here a total of 5 minutes, if that. So he left. Never heard from him. So I called him last week, a week after he had been here. And I said, I was just kind of curious. You said you only had to get the parts. And so I was just wondering, is the job too small? Is that why you don't want to come back? And he said, oh, no, I had to order the parts, but with COVID, the parts are hard to find, and we had to order them, and blah, blah, blah. And so I said, oh, okay. He says, I'll definitely give you a call by Friday, this past Friday, to set up an appointment for the following week for me to come, because I'll have the parts by then. No call on Friday. So, yesterday, I told Jim, we're going to watch a YouTube video, and you are going to figure out how to do this. And so we watched a YouTube video, and so he said, that looks easy enough to do. And so he went in there and he did it. We went to Lowe's, bought the parts. There was like all kinds of parts. So it wasn't like there was a shortage of parts. So we were able to get all the parts. The only thing is we had to buy a tool to get the old drain out of the tub, which that tool cost $10. And then just to buy the parts for the shower and the spout. And so we walked out of Lowe's with this $10 part and the parts that we needed to fix. And Jim fixed, I always say we, because it's the royal we. I'm the supervisor. I'm there to give him encouragement, hold the flashlight, all of the good stuff that apprentices do. And we got it all done, $30 total. $20 if we didn't have to get the tool. But we spent $30, $10 for the tool, $20 in parts. So I called the guy this morning, and of course I couldn't get a hold of him. I had to call and got his voicemail. And I told him, I was very nice. I said, we waited 2 weeks for you to fix our tub. Unfortunately, you didn't come back. So Jim watched a YouTube video, figured out how to do it, and we did it ourselves yesterday. But thank you, but we don't need your services anymore. Okay, this man could have I was figuring on paying him $200 or $300 because I figured you got to pay them to come in the door, which is probably like $100. And then the labor for him doing it, he's going to charge me more than $20 for the parts. So he could have made, for a job that took Jim less than a half an hour to do, he could have probably made $200 off of me. But no, we only paid $30. And we have a $10 part that we probably could use again, or we could bring back if we were really those kind of people. We could have just put it back in the packaging and brought it back. But we're not those kind of people. So we kept it in case anybody ever needs it. So if anybody needs a drain replaced in their tub, we know how to do it. So, and then I told Jim, I said, see, you are a plumber. He says, don't tell me I'm a plumber. I am not a plumber. I am a sprinkler fitter. There is quite a difference. I don't see the difference. They still work with pipes. Water goes through the pipes. I don't understand. But Jim is very handy around the house. I just think that for some reason he just didn't want to be bothered doing it. But I think he just wanted to prove a point. Or maybe he was afraid I was going to try to do it. That was not going to happen. But I can always lead you down the path that I am going to do it, even though I knew I wasn't going to. So now we have a perfectly working tub. So when we get guests, hopefully soon, with this whole... Oh, that was another good thing. David had told us when we were going with him with the car, we were looking for his truck and that. I asked him if he was going to get the vaccine, and he says, oh, yeah, I don't want to get anybody sick. And so I said, okay. And so that they had on the news that they were opening it up to 16 and older next week. So I signed him and his mother up, and then I called them up, and I said, I signed you up. And they said, thank you. They were so glad. Because I'm determined. I'm going to have a party for my 50th anniversary, and I want everybody to be vaccinated that comes to my party. And so I'm going to be on a mission to get everybody vaccinated. And I know a lot of people don't want to get vaccinated. Please don't give me any problems in the comments below. It is your personal choice. I understand completely. But if we get a good herd immunity going, we'll make up for the ones that really don't want to get it. And I completely understand some people don't want to get it. Some people can't get it for whatever reasons because of their health. I completely understand that. I really do. My own personal choice was to get the vaccine. My own personal choice is to wear a mask. So I don't judge people. You know, they make their choices. I don't care. It's just, I don't know, whatever. But I personally think that David had COVID like before it was announced in the United States, because in January of 2020, David was so sick and he was having a hard time breathing, and he had to go to the hospital, and he was in the hospital for like 3 days. I think he was in there for 3 days. And then he came home and he was still sick, and he went back in again for like overnight, where they had to give him some fluids and stuff like that. But they told him he had mono. But back then, I don't think they knew, because it was before the first outbreak at the end of January. I do think that it was around before it was officially announced. But, yeah, I don't know. But I do think that David had it at that point, because, you know, he was only 18 at the time, and he was like deathly ill. And they told him it was mono, because I think that's just an easy thing to diagnose at his age. But, you know, he's fine now, so... And if he did have it, they say he has a vaccine already built up in his body, but getting the vaccine shot's not going to hurt. I think it'll just increase his odds of not getting it. Who's to know? Because here in Michigan, our numbers are skyrocketing because people are just getting a little too free with their choices and not... Although I know I have to tell you that everywhere I go, other than that gun store today... I told Jim there was only 2 people in that whole store that had a gun, and he says, 2? And I go, yeah, you and me. He says, you know, you're right. Not even the people that work there had a mask on. But for the most part, everywhere I go, people have their masks on. And Jim and I wear our masks all the time. We clean them all the time, too, because Jim has 2 masks, 3 masks? Jim has 3 masks. And I have 4, but we're constantly cleaning them. I don't know why people don't clean them. It's like wearing a dirty hanky on your face if you don't wash it all the time, I guess. Wouldn't it be? I don't know. Okay, another nonsensical video today. Just talking about nonsense, but I don't know. I just gotta get out of this boredom state, because I want to eat. I just always want to eat. I did kind of go on a graham cracker binge today. I had 4 graham crackers, which is not bad. I know that. I could have done way worse. But I stayed on track for the rest of the day, so that's all that really matters. It was just, I was like sitting here, and I heard in the pantry, I heard somebody going, Sandy, open the door. And then I opened up the door, and I said, I'm here in the box. Open up the box. Yeah, you found me. It was good. Okay, that's it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, and share it if you'd like somebody to see it. As always, stay safe. Sandy and Jim's Plumbing Service At your service.